Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Math Mola. Today we learn the chapter Polynomial exercise 2.1. Now first we have to know what is polynomial. Let x be a variable and n be a positive integer and a1, a2, an be constant in real number. Then f of x can be written a suffix n into x to the power n plus a suffix n minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 plus up to a1x. The x means that is nothing, the power is 1. Only x means power is 1. And then plus a0. a0 means there is x, the power is 0. Then this expression is called polynomial in variable x. And this is the general form of polynomial. Now look, 2x squared plus 3x plus 5 is a polynomial because there is one variable x and the real numbers 2, 3 and 5 satisfy this given condition. So this is a polynomial. An is called the coefficient of x to the power n and an minus 1 is the coefficient of x to the power n minus 1 and a1 is the coefficient of x and a0 is constant term. Now the degree of polynomial. Now what is the degree of polynomial? Degree of polynomial means the highest power of variable is called the degree of polynomial. Like 3x to the power 30 plus 4x to the power 45 plus 5x to the power 2 plus 10. The power of the variable is positive integer. So this is a polynomial. Now the highest power of polynomial is 45. So the degree of this polynomial is 45. Similarly, we can write x squared plus 3x plus 2. And the degree of this polynomial is 2 because 2 is the highest power of x. Similarly, x to the power 4 plus 2x cube plus 5x. For this polynomial, the highest power of x is 4. That is the degree of this given polynomial is 4. Now, constant polynomial. Constant polynomial means in a polynomial, the highest power of variable is 0. Then the polynomial is called constant polynomial. That is, f of x is a polynomial and this equals to 5. There is a variable x whose power is 0. That means the highest power of the variable is 0. Then the polynomial is called constant polynomial. F of x is equals to minus 10. This is also constant polynomial. Now linear polynomial. Now what is linear polynomial? In the highest power of variable in the polynomial is 1. Then the polynomial is called linear polynomial. Like 2x plus 5. The highest power of x means 1. Again the gx is minus 4x plus 10. This is also linear polynomial. Now quadratic polynomial. Now what is quadratic polynomial? If the highest power of variable is 2, then the polynomial is called quadratic polynomial. Like f of x is equals to x squared plus 2x plus 3 and g of x is equals to x squared plus 5 or h of x is equals to 3x squared plus 2x. These are all quadratic polynomial because the highest power of variable is 2. Now the general form of quadratic polynomial is f of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. If a is equals to 0, then the quadratic polynomial will be linear polynomial. And the general form of the linear polynomial f of x is equals to ax plus b, where a not equal to 0. Now cubic polynomial. Now what is cubic polynomial? A polynomial is called cubic polynomial if the highest power of variable is 3. That is, f of x is equals to ax cube plus bx squared plus cx plus d, where a not equal to 0. If a equals to 0, then the polynomial will be quadratic or linear. Example, g of x is equals to x cube plus 2x plus 5. This is also cubic polynomial because the highest power of x is 3. Now, the biquadratic polynomial. Biquadratic polynomial means if the highest power of polynomial is 4, then the polynomial is called biquadratic polynomial. Like f of x is equals to ax to the power 4 plus bx cube plus cx squared plus dx plus e, where a not equal to 0. The highest power of this polynomial is 4. So this is biquadratic polynomial. Now, value of polynomial. Now, what is the value of polynomial? For any value of x, the value of f of x is called the value of polynomial. For x is equals to alpha, then f of alpha is called the value of polynomial. For example, f of x is equals to x square plus 2, and if x equals to 1, then f of 1 is equals to 1 square plus, that is 3. Now 3 is the value of this polynomial. Okay. Now the zeros of polynomial. Now zeros of polynomial means for which value of x the value of polynomial will be 0. This value of x is called zeros of this polynomial. Let if x equals to alpha, any value of x is alpha, then f of alpha is equals to 0. Then alpha is called the zeros of this polynomial. For example, f of x is equals to x square minus 1. Now for x equals to 1, then f of 1 is equals to 1 minus 1, that is 0. So x equals to 1, that is 1 is the zeros of the given polynomial f of x. Now we have to know the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Now what is the quadratic polynomial? F of x is equals to ax squared plus bx plus c is called the quadratic polynomial because the highest power of x is 2. So this is quadratic polynomial, and the coefficients of this polynomial are coefficients of x square is a, and the coefficients of x is b, and constant term is equals to c. For this quadratic polynomial, there is at most 2 zeros or maximum 2 zeros. Let these 2 zeros are alpha and beta. Then x minus alpha is a factor of this given polynomial, and x minus beta also the factor of this given polynomial. Now if we multiply these two factors, then we will get the given polynomial. Now ax square plus bx plus c is equals to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Why k into? If we multiply x into x, it will be x square, and the coefficient of x square is a. For arrange this term, we multiply the constant k. Multiply this x into x, that is x square minus alpha x minus beta x plus alpha beta. Now this is equals to k into x square minus of k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. Now we comparing the coefficients of x square, x and the constant term, then we get a is equals to k and b is equals to minus k alpha plus beta, and c is equals to k alpha beta. From here we can write alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by k. Now alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a because the value of k is a. Okay. Now for there alpha into beta is equals to c by k. Now what is the value of k? It will be c by a. And these two are the relation between zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. The sum of the zeros is equals to minus the coefficient of x by the coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros is equals to constant term by the coefficient of x square. Now we solve some important sums from the exercise 2.1. Sum number 1 per 10. The given polynomial is f of v is equals to v square plus 4 root 3v minus 15. Now find the zeros of this polynomial. First we factorize this expression by middle term. Then we can write plus 5 root 3 minus root 3 of v minus 15 is equals to v square plus 5 root 3v minus root 3v minus 15, and the factors are v plus 5 root 3 and v minus root 3. For zeros, f of v will be 0. That means into this equals to 0. That implies v is equals to minus 5 root 3 and v equal to 3. Now v equals to minus 5 root 3 and v equals to 3 are two zeros of this given polynomial. Now we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Now let this is equals to alpha and this is equals to beta. And from the given equation, a is equals to 1, the coefficient of b is equals to 4 root 3 and the constant term c is equals to minus 15. Okay. Now alpha plus beta, that means minus 5 root 3 plus root 3, this is equals to minus 4 root 3, and minus 4 root 3 can be written 4 root 3 by 1. Now 4 root 3 the value of b and 1 is value of a. Then alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Verified. Now for the product of the zeros, that is alpha beta is equals to minus 5 root 3 into root 3, that is minus 5 into 3. This is equals to minus 15. This is equals to can be written 15 by 1. Therefore alpha into beta is equals to minus c by a. Verified. Now we solve the sum number 2.4. The sum of two zeros of a polynomial is minus 3 by 2 root 5 and the product of zeros is minus 1 by 2 are given. Now we have to find out the required polynomials. For this sum we have to know if alpha and beta are two zeros of any polynomial. So the polynomial k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. That's it. Now we using this property to solve this sum. Now let two zeros are alpha and beta. Then alpha plus beta is equals to minus 3 by 2 root 5 given, and alpha beta is equals to minus 1 by 2. Therefore the polynomial is k of x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Now putting the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, x square minus of minus 3 by 2 root 5 of x plus minus of half. It will be x square then minus minus plus 3 by 2 root 5x then minus 1 by 2. That's it. Now we solve sum number 8. If the sum of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial f of t is equals to kt square plus 2t plus 3k is equal to their product, find the value of k. Let the zeros are alpha and beta. By the relation of zeros and the coefficient, we get alpha plus beta is equals to minus b, that is 2 by k, and the product of the zeros alpha into beta is equals to c, that is 3k by a, that is k. Now this is equals to 3. By using the given condition, the sum of the zeros is equals to the product of the zeros. Now according to problem, alpha plus beta is equals to alpha into beta. Now alpha plus beta means minus 2 by k, and alpha into beta, that is 3. Now this is equals to reciprocal of 10 is equals to 1 by 3. Now k is equals to minus 2 by 3. So the value of k is minus 2 by 3. That's it. Now we solve sum number 12. If alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial p of s is equals to 3s square minus 6s plus 4, find the value of this expression. Now we find the value of this expression by using the relation between zeros and coefficients. Let the zeros are alpha and beta, and the coefficients of the polynomial is given, that is a is equals to 3, b is equals to minus 6, and c is equals to 4. Now by the relation of zeros and coefficient, we get alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, that is minus of minus 6 by 3, then minus minus plus 6 by 3, that is 2. Again the product of zeros, alpha beta is equals to c by a, that is 4 by 3. Now the given expression alpha by beta plus beta by alpha plus 2 of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 3 alpha beta. Now we solve it. The LCM of alpha and beta is alpha beta, that is alpha square plus beta square plus 2 of alpha beta, that is alpha plus beta plus 3 alpha beta. Now this is equals to, you can write alpha square plus beta square, that means alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta by alpha beta plus 2 of alpha plus beta by alpha beta plus 3 alpha beta. Now putting the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta in this expression, then we get alpha plus beta is equals to 2, that is 2 square minus 2 into 4 by 3 by alpha beta, that is 4 by 3 plus 2 of 2 by 4 by 3 plus 3 of 4 by 3. Now we solve this. 4 minus 8 by 3 by 4 by 3 plus 2 of 2 into 3 by 4 plus 3 we cancel, it will be 4. The LCM of the upper portion is 3, 12 minus 8 by 4 by 3 plus 4 we cancel, there is 2, there is 2 into 3 by 2 plus 4. Again 4 by 3, 12 minus 8, that is 4 by 3, denominator 4 by 3 plus 2 cancel, this is 3 plus 4. Now this is equals to 1 plus 3 plus 4, that is 8. That's it. Now we solve sum number 18. If alpha and beta are the zeros of quadratic polynomial f of x is equals to x squared minus 3x minus 2, find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 1 by 2 alpha plus beta and 1 by 2 beta plus alpha. Now for solve this sum by using the relation between roots and coefficient. The roots are alpha and beta is given, therefore alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Minus b means, now what is the value of a of this polynomial, that is 1, and b is minus 3 and c is minus 2. Now alpha plus beta is equals to minus of minus 3 by a, that is 1, this is equals to 3, and alpha plus beta is equals to c by a, that is minus 2 by 1, that is minus 2. Now we have to find the sum of these two zeros and the product of these two zeros. Then we can find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are this. Therefore, the sum of these two zeros, 2 alpha plus beta plus 2 beta plus alpha. Now LCM then, 2 alpha plus beta, 2 beta plus alpha, and 2 beta plus alpha plus 2 alpha plus beta. Now this is equals to alpha plus 2 alpha, that is 3 alpha, and 2 beta plus beta, that is 3 beta, and the denominator 2 alpha into 2 beta, that is 4 alpha beta, plus 2 alpha square plus 2 beta square plus alpha beta. Now 3 of alpha plus beta, 4 alpha beta plus alpha beta, that is 5 alpha beta plus. Now this is equals to 3 alpha plus beta and 5 alpha beta plus. Now using the formula identities, we get alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 to the 4 alpha beta. Now putting the value, we get 3 into alpha beta, that is 3, and 5 into minus 2 plus 2 of 3 square minus 4 into minus 2. Now this is equals to 9 by minus 10 plus 18 plus 8. This is equals to 9 by 16. So the alpha plus beta is equals to 9 by 16. Now we find alpha into beta, that is 1 by 2 alpha plus beta into 1 by 2 beta plus alpha is equals to, we can write 2 alpha plus beta into 2 beta. Now this is equals to, we can write 1 by, from there we can write directly 5 alpha beta plus 2 of alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, and putting the value, it will be 1 by 16. And that means the sum of the zeros is equals to 9 by 16 and the product of the zeros is equals to 1 by 16. So the required quadratic polynomial is f of x is equals to k of x square minus sum of the zeros, that is 9 by 16 of x plus 1 by 16. That's it. This is the answer. In the next video, I will discuss the curve of polynomials. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and press the bell icon for new updates. And thank you for watching.